Hey guys, it's King Fidd here with an updated tier list for patch 14.4. So this tier list is a little bit different than the previous one because obviously Riot's made some item changes over the past couple of patches, and also some of my general feelings about some of the items have changed as I've played more and experienced the new items more in the new season. So uh, we're just gonna get into it. So in S tier, I've just got two items I think you should pretty much build every game. I think Leandries is just the best item to buy on Fiddlesticks. There's no reason to not give this item every single game. It gives you enough damage to one-shot people at one item, and it gives you tankiness, and it increases your clear speed. So I don't think there's any reason to not build this item. Obviously, you want to go Sorks every game as well. And then in A tier, I think Banshees and Zanyas are both very good defensive item options. They also give you a decent amount of AP. So if they're not really building MR yet, you're playing against like maybe an AP assassin or an AD assassin that are just going full damage. You've already got Leandries. You can probably just invest into one of these two items, and they won't be able to one-shot you, but you also have the damage to one-shot them. So that'll be pretty good. Otherwise, you can either go like Malignance for the more ultimates and the increased damage on your ultimate with the passive it has, or you can go for Shadow Flame if you just want more damage, don't need resistance, and then you don't feel like you need a lower R cooldown. And then another good item obviously is Rocket Belt because I actually don't think the active is that useful anymore, but Rocket Belt just gives you really good stats, gives you HP and AP like Leandries, and an active that does a tiny bit of damage. I mean, I don't know. I don't really feel like the dash does much anymore these days, since it's no longer a mythic, but maybe you still feel like the dash is helpful, so that could be a bonus. Also gives ability haste, which isn't something that Leandries gives, which can be another bonus. So it just gives really good stats. The main reason you'd want to build this item. Then we've got the Void Staff and Crypt Bloom. They're both pretty good options for Magic Pen. You can go Crypt Bloom if you feel like you don't have to be your team's main carry. But you want to go Void Staff if you feel like you're the only person on your team who's gonna carry. And then I think Death Cap's pretty good as well. Always good option. And then near the bottom of A tier is going to be Storm Surge. Um, I don't feel like this item is really as good as the other ones to the left of it anymore after all its nerfs and stuff. I mean, you're not trolling if you build it, but all the items on the left are just better than it now. I should just put like Dark Seal and Medjai's into here as well because they can still be pretty decent options. You don't have to build these items. Obviously, you don't want to build Medjai's if you're not doing well. Dark Seal can still be a good general purchase. You don't have to buy it, but it can still be pretty decent for the stats. And then in B tier, we've got like items where you're not really trolling if you build them on Fiddlesticks, but I just feel like they're a bit suboptimal. The items above are just better. And for in case of Morel and Omicron, I think that this is just a very situational item, and you should only build it if you're against people who heal a lot and they're tanky. So think about like a Bruiser, Aatrox, or Dr. Mundo or Warwick. They're usually too tanky for you to one shot, and they heal a lot, so you should go Morello into them. But I think if you're against champions like a Vlad that's going full damage, you're just gonna one shot him, so I wouldn't really build Morello into him. I feel like Morello sometimes is a little bit overbought, and the champions are just gonna one shot anyways as Fiddlesticks. So it's in B tier because it's got some situations where it's very good, but still not that good. Um, C tier items are like still they're AP items that you could build, but you're kind of trolling if you build them because they're very suboptimal to build on Fiddle. Um, and then like one last thing I added is like Abyssal Mask, because like some of you guys are just like, oh, I love this item. Well, I mean, I don't really see any reason you would build it over Banshees, but let's say you're against 5 AP and you've already built Banshees and you want a little bit more MR, then I guess you could go Abyssal Mask because it gives you a little bit of damage too and tons of resistance to magic damage. But I still don't think the item is like something you should build over an AP item if you have the chance to. And that's all. And hopefully Phil 6 gets buffed because He's still not in a great spot, but we'll see.